Hello everyone. The purpose of this video is to show you how to access the online learning platforms we will be using this year, as well as how to find key information. You can access these sites on a computer or on your mobile browser. So we're going to start in Google, and then we're going to go to the Woodbridge Middle School website. wmsraters.net. Once we're on our Woodbridge Middle School site, this site's going to have a lot of information for you as the school year goes on, so make sure you're checking this every so often. But to find your teacher's websites, which is a great place to start if you're looking for Otis, Google Classroom, stuff like that, go to Faculty and Staff. Scroll down until you find the teacher you're looking for. So we'll use me as an example. Find Miss Retzloff, we'll click on her. Gives you a little bit about them, and then the part that's important is down here where it says, please visit my website. If you click on that, it'll take you to that teacher's website. So here's my website, and it has some quick links for you over here on the right for Google Classroom, Otis, and CleverNet Menem. And then you'll also see I have our Google Classroom join code. You're going to need that to join our Google Classroom, as well as our hybrid and remote calendar, our daily schedule, the school supply list, my contact information, and all this is going to be updated as we go along. There's also a Get to Know Me page and a resources page that are going to be super helpful for you. So make sure you check out all your teachers' websites. So the first thing I'm going to show you is Google Classroom. So when you click on Google Classroom, it's just going to bring you to the page for all of your classes. You won't see our class right away. So you can see up here I have all the classes that I've taught in the past. You're going to hit this plus button up here in the top right-hand corner. You're going to hit Join Class. And it's going to ask you to put in a class code. Now I'm signed in as a teacher, so it looks a little different. But you'll put in your class code, you'll hit join, and then you'll be in our class, Retzloff ELA 2020-2021. Make sure that you're using your school Gmail, okay? So your first name, last name, @students.wsd.k12.de.us. You want to make sure it's your school email so that you can access everything, whether it's in Google Classroom or Otis. Okay, and if you want to add your parents on here, you can. There's an option to do that as well. But as far as the students go, you need to use your school Gmail. So when you look at Google Classroom, and you might have used it before in years past, you'll see our stream. You can see I've uploaded some assignments for us already. Don't stress, we'll get there. Your classwork tab, people tab, and grades. So under classwork, you'll see we have all the assignments listed. Okay. You have them on here. They're linked in Otis, so you'll know exactly when to do them, so don't stress about that. But they're there for you to access. Okay. You can also see grades in here, but we're going to be keeping grades in eSchool, so I wouldn't worry about that tab. Okay. So make sure that you go ahead and you join our Google Classroom. Now, if we go back to the website, you're going to see a tab that says Otis Login. Otis is our big online learning platform. That's where all of your teachers' lessons are going to be. That's where you're going to find all of your lessons, assessments, information. Otis is kind of the catch-all. Everything will be there. So if you scroll down, you're not going to make an account up here. The school's already made you one. So it says down here, or log in with Google Single Sign-On, Clever, or Microsoft. You can sign in with the Google Single Sign-On or the Clever. Clever, we're more used to signing in with, but you can also use your Google Single Sign-On. If you choose to use Clever to sign on, make sure you're able to access things from the Google Drive. They're having a little bit of issue with the connection here. So I would say if you can sign on with the Google Single Sign-On and it works for you, that would be my recommendation. I would sign here with the G. And again, make sure you're using your school Gmail. Other accounts, you won't see anything in Otis. because they have you registered with your school email. So make sure you're clicking on the G at the bottom. Once you log into Otis, and I'll go ahead and log in with mine so you can see kind of what that looks like. It'll look a little different because I have a teacher page and you have a student page, but you can still get a general idea. So when you log into Otis, you're going to see a home feed. We haven't started classes yet, so there's nothing popped up here. But that's where you'll see lessons that are assigned to you, assessments when we get that far. If a teacher posts a message, that'll pop up here. It's kind of like the stream feature in Google Classroom. You also have your lessons tab, your assessments tab, the blog. All of these kind of help you navigate to different parts of Otis. When we get to our lessons, for our back to school lessons, there will be some assignments that show you more in depth how to use Otis. But the main feature I want you to look at is the lessons. That will show you, that'll be how you get to your lessons. So make sure you're familiar with that tab. The home tab and the lessons tab, that's a good place to start looking at so that you know kind of how to navigate it. So when you're thinking about, you're sitting at home and you're wondering, okay, how do I get onto these learning platforms? My suggestion to you would be to go to our Woodbridge Middle School site, find your teacher's website, go ahead and join their Google Classroom, log into Otis, and if you have those done, then you'll be ready to begin school. You'll be set. If you have any questions after watching this video, or you're having trouble logging in to either Google Classroom or Otis, feel free to send me an email or give me a call at the school. My contact information is at the bottom of my website. Can't wait to get started.